that reality check. I hope it all went great in the bathroom for you. Thanks for letting us in.
Hope everything came out all right.
Hope thanks for letting us in there. All right, I want to talk about the Falcons because they are on a bye this week. Adjust your fantasy lineups accordingly. But I do love to play guys against the Falcons defense because they give me a lot of points. Since 2018, no one has allowed more touchdowns than Atlanta.
Isn't Dan Quinn a defensive guy?
And they're also one of the worst in the league in sacks and takeaways. What does that mean for Dan Quinn? Time for a mic drop. Garofalo, Reporter's Notebook. Let's go.
I like the one last week that went. Yeah. We lost that one. We got to bring it back. All right. You guys know Ian Rappaport, little guy, works at the network.
I see him sometimes.
I know. Listen,
don't call him little guy.
Sometimes I want to punt him, but sometimes he's good to have around. Yesterday he calls me. He says, "I'm going to say on the air that the Falcons aren't firing Dan Quinn during the bye week." And I said, "Well, that's my mic drop for tomorrow. I was going to talk about that." He says, "Oh, you have it?" I said, "Have what?" He goes, "That they're not going to fire him." I said, "Didn't we know that already?" He said, "No, that's news. Arthur Blank said the other day we're going to evaluate things during the bye, and then we'll make a decision." So, I guess, per me and Ian Rappaport, they're not going to fire Dan Quinn here during the bye week after that self-evaluation. He will continue as their coach. I think a lot of people know which way it's going. I mean, they fired all their coordinators last year. You know what usually happens if you don't deliver after that. But I will say this, in talking to a lot of people about this, Arthur Blank has been as supportive as you could possibly be of Dan Quinn during this situation. And I believe that it has to do with the last time that they had a coaching change with Mike Smith. It got a little ugly. You remember that picture of Blank staring him down on the sideline during the London game when they blew the lead there? And then they hired a search firm before they fired Mike Smith. So it was a little bit sloppy. In this case, Arthur Blank, I think he's doing a really good job of keeping this, civil and supportive and saying all the right things about it.
Yeah, and I think, Dan Quinn is a really good person. And I think that has a lot to do with it as well. It's just like, how do you get the defense better, though? It's not like new guys are coming in.
I know. But you're right. There's a lot of respect for Dan Quinn within that organization. He at least will be a highly sought-after defensive coordinator candidate. Jaguars. We've got a game in London tomorrow here on NFL Network, 9:30. You can watch this one against the Texans, who they almost beat early in the season. Remember that game? You guys, do you still do the transnator during your show? Where Nate Burleson does, hey, here's what they're saying publicly, but here's what they really mean. Well, they've said publicly they haven't even thought about a quarterback change. I am telling you that is the God's honest truth. They have not made a decision about what's going to happen after the bye. They have not made I swear.
Dude.
Who do you believe in? The source? I swear to the source. I am telling you, I've talked to everybody.
So it's all on this game. If they beat the Texans, it goes one way?
That is a very good point, Kay Adams. In essence, I think you've got Gardner Minshew potentially playing for his job tomorrow to continue as the Jaguars quarterback.
And Tom Coughlin and all the front office think that is the right guys to play under right now?
Well, the point was we don't have to make a decision yet, so why even think about it and why make that decision? But it's a swing game. You've got a team that could be 4-5 or they could be 5-4.
They're very much in it, yeah.
They are very much in it. They're lurking. That was my prediction, was Minshew was going to lead them to the playoffs. And if he wins this game and you're on the plus side of 500 coming out of the bye.
But they're in this situation because of Minshew, because he's played.
I understand that. And it's interesting. If you're Nick Foles, you want the team to win because you want to be 5-4. You want to be in the playoff race. But that could potentially cost you the job.
You gave Nick Foles so much money.
It's going to be interesting.
They got to give it back to Foles.
Well, that's what people around the league say.
I wonder what that contract looks like if they can get out of it after a year. That, I think, makes the ultimate decision.
You think so? I mean, you can always get out of.
I would think they give it back to Foles unless Minshew not only beats the Texans, but really convincingly.
It very well could be, but I swear they have not made their decision yet, and so this is a big game tomorrow. Wow. It's a potentially awkward situation for Nick Foles. I had research check up to see if he's ever been involved in any awkward situation. Well, there was that one. How could I forget that one? He'll be okay. He knows how to handle it. He's a pro.
Love the mic drop. Now, after a monster week against the Bills, can the Eagles defense keep it going against the monsters of the Midway? Yeah, I'm going to